Hey everybody, this is Greg with Medical Muscle. I just got done with the hardest week that I've ever experienced. Hardest. And it really showed me if I really like medicine. It showed other students if they really like medicine because it was pretty painful. So I did 64 hours last week. That doesn't include getting there earlier, staying a little later, so probably closer to 70. But I had 64 hours scheduled for that week. I had to be there that amount of time. It was 4 10-hour days and 3 12-hour days. So I had only one day off. I would get up at 6 o'clock. Actually, like 5:58. That was usually when I set my alarm. And then get ready. Get out of the house by 6:30. Get to the hospital like 6:50. And then we have morning report that morning where we discuss, what happened at the hospital. And then we go see patients. Then we do rounds. Then we write notes. It's all that. And then there's patients that come in throughout the whole day. It's been really tough. Because this is the least amount of sleep I've ever gotten in my life. I think that's the hardest part about this. I've already had to sacrifice a lot. I haven't turned my TV on for like a week and a half at all. Nothing. I didn't cut back on exercises because I love to exercise. I love it, but I feel like I really did not get enough sleep. And it really affects you emotionally. Physically, you feel like shit. I can see like these new wrinkles that I've never had. My humor just went down the shits. Just wasn't, kind of like more stoic. Now I realize why doctors are very stoic acting is because they're tired. Some of them are tired. And if they're grumpy, you'll understand now. You'll understand. I think at this stage you take on a bigger responsibility as a medical student. You still have a resident or an attending overseeing what you do, obviously, but what you find can sometimes help the patient tremendously, right? Sometimes you'll get some piece from the HPI or something from the physical that's was missed somehow or wasn't asked or whatever. And you may make a huge difference to the treatment of that patient and benefit them. So it feels good. When that happens, you've kicked ass and you get great reviews. It's a good situation. But you got to be on top of your shit to find that, right? You got to work hard in the hospital. You got to be making sure you're reading everything in their charts. And then also studying quite a bit. Because you have to also know what to look for in certain situations. And it can be stressful. And then on top of that, you got to study on top of all these hours. I don't think medical school has ever been this hard. Because, on the island or in any situation, you're doing lectures. You can miss lectures. This stuff you can't. You can't take a break. And I think that's going to be a huge shock to people. You're not feeling too great. You're not feeling too good. Not too bad. You got to go. You don't want to study one day? Well, it's going to put you behind. You might not pass that test. I'm going to tell you, this shit's hard. These tests are harder than I've ever experienced. And you have less time to study for these tests. I don't mean to scare you guys. Because I've enjoyed it. I still enjoy it. Because this is what I want to do. But if you don't love medicine, this is when people start deciding, maybe this isn't for me. When they start doing these long hours. I've seen it. I met a student who just decided, I don't think medicine's for me. I don't like it anymore. Yeah. It's these long shifts. Not being around people that you like. Not being able to do what you want to do. Not being able to get done the things that you should get done, right? You're not, less time to do laundry, less time to, go to the store. It's the truth. I think if you've worked before, prior to this, you've done 60-hour work weeks or whatever, if you're that crazy, then you'll be ready. You'll be ready for this. But if you haven't, and I would say the people that I'm with, I've seen some people that have experienced that and some haven't. The people who have worked some kind of job where they had to work, a good amount of hours, they do better because they know what it's like. They're just automatically certain sacrifices. The best way to survive these things, you have to sleep. I wish I could sleep more. I mean, this is the lowest amount of sleep I've ever gotten. It's like between 5.5 and like 7 hours. It's like really hard for me to get 8. I get one day where I actually get 8 hours, but for the most part, no sleep. Pretty much, you get a limited amount of time to do like things that are not productive to studying or the actual act of going to the hospital, like exercising or like social media or anything like that, or hanging out with people. It's not that those things aren't good, and it's like fun to do, but you really just don't have the time to do them. So I just made exercise my only goal and just cut a lot of that stuff out. Yeah, no TV, basically no free computer time at all. It was the way it goes. It's been tough. But I know you guys can do it. I know you can, because if you've gotten this far and this is really what you want to do, then you'll see it's just one more thing you got to do before you get what you want. So I really hope you guys do well in your exams, and I hope when you guys start doing clinicals, you can just outshine and just do well, look professional, and just be the best student you can be every day. You can't let up. You have to be good every single day. All right, guys.